Hello, Estefan. How you doing, buddy? And where are you at? Where does the government have you today, my friend? Wow, everyone's pulling in. Egan from Florida. How you doing? Let's see. Goldblatt is coming in. How is everybody? Eric in Florida. All right. How is everybody doing today? I don't even, as I was preparing this morning, I was noticing that I didn't really have as well. Let's just say I was looking at Twitter and everything that I seen was so absurd. I didn't even know if I wanted to even discuss it. The Yabbit, how are you doing? And thank you for joining us. How is everything in Utah? Stefan, you're still in Camp Pendleton, not going anywhere anytime soon. I wouldn't doubt that, my friend. I'm trying to go someplace. Tally, how you doing? I'm actually trying to, let's say move, as we discussed earlier, move to Vegas here soon enough. Yes, and good morning to you, the Abbott. I hope everything is well. I hope you get a bike ride in this afternoon. I wish I was getting a bike ride in. So a couple of things that I wanted to discuss, guys. We'll get into Twitter and its absurdity in a bit. This week, the Art of Charm podcast has dropped the Steve Herz episode. If you guys have been following along, you know that we interviewed him a couple weeks ago. The episode had dropped. Now, it's interesting. Steve is a talent agent, a PR guy, and he places talking heads for sports, television, CNN, news anchors, and he has to be the guy that tells people no. In fact, his book is called Don't Take Yes for an Answer. And his point in the book is that we live in a world where we chase yeses, where we look for approval, because where there is approval, there is no hurdles. It's an easier path. We look for the path that is easiest, and the path that is laid out the easiest is laid with approval. It is laid out with yeses. It is laid out with yeses so that you feel compelled to choose that path. But his argument is that as he sees it, with the culture that it is today, that we've basically made every path a yes path. That to find a path that has constructive criticism attached to it, you are going to have to search that out. And that the yes path, because it doesn't have any hurdles, because no one will be honest with you, because no one's going to tell you the truth, you do not grow. You do not get better. In fact, you find yourself lost from your own dreams, from your own goals, because you've chased the yes. And because you've chased the yes, you haven't been able to develop yourself. You lose yourself. Oh, Tally's got it. Where's Animal? Sorry about that, buddy. I know we started a little early today. We started a little bit discombobulated. So Steve's whole point is to make sure that you have people around you that can tell you no, who can be honest with you, who can tell you where you can develop, where your weak spots are, where you might want to put some work in to be better. And this ties in which we've been talking about here, in which the Art of Charm is dedicated in helping you develop your X-Factor, the mindsets and the right mindsets and the right skills that enhance who you are as a character, as a person. we're all born with these innate abilities, but if we don't spend time developing them, well, they don't have an opportunity to shine. And because they don't have an opportunity to shine, you do not reach your full potential. And I don't know about you guys, but for myself, I have gotten into self-development in my 20s because of the realization that I had one go around on this planet. And why not put in effort to develop myself, to be at my best, to see what I was actually able to accomplish, rather than chasing the yeses and trying to find an easy path through life. Hello, Christina. Welcome to the show. Thank you for joining us today. I hope everything in Venice is quite well. Now, I can honestly say that my life had taken a radical change the day I decided that it was going to be a pursuit of developing myself. My choices changed. My life changed. The quality of my life changed. The quality of the people around me changed. So when you answer that simple question, well, you start to look for paths that are not laid out with yeses. And so, Steve laid out this argument in this book that culturally, and this is one of my favorite parts of the episode. So I had brought up that we are finding ourselves in a culture that is laid out to not criticize, to not critique. We avoid the no's. We look for easy paths. And for a lot of people, because of just the way our society is now set up, we might find ourselves in the workplace without really ever hearing a no. And that can be quite shocking to an adult. You need to get used to these things as children. Do you guys know what lawnmower parents are? I think everyone here knows what helicopter parents are, right? The helicopter parent is up above their child, making sure they don't get hurt, constantly hovering around them, making sure that everything is okay every minute of the day. And these children have no opportunity to be free-range children, to learn and play and fall down and laugh. Well, a lawnmower parent is one step beyond that. The lawnmower parent is not above the child. It is out in front of the child, mowing down anything, any possible problem, hurdle, challenge that might be set up in front of that child. Now, we have heard about the college scandal with all these parents paying a certain amount of money to get their children into prestigious schools so that they have that on their resume. I mean, that is to a large degree an example of lawnmower parents. I mean, what did that girl, I'm not even going to get into that conversation, but it has been well documented, this phenomena. And I guess I'm going to have to give my generation some blame for that, because Gen X are having 1 to 2 children, and because we're not having 4 to 6, and we're having these children later in life, we tend to coddle them and protect them and want to make sure that they have things easy for them to develop, but we are hurting these children. And that's certainly difficult. But when I guess the point in this with these helicopter parents, lawnmower parents, you are now finding yourself into adulthood without hearing much no. And that could be a difficult thing for you if all of your life you have been told that you are the best. You have been giving trophies just for showing up, and no one is going to give you a no because they fear of being sued, or they fear the backlash by telling your parents that this child needs to work on some things, or this child is just not good enough to come into this school or to come into this program, when they can be bought into that program. So imagine this sort of pampered life. And now all of a sudden you're in the workplace, and Steve's point was that in a lot of these corporate environments, they don't even fire you. They just tell you that they have some training that they would like you to take, a skills training program. And next thing you know, you're in it thinking that they're helping develop you. They're not coaching you up, that they're coaching you out. And Steve's take on it was, I can't control the culture. I can't control the society that we're in. Yes, it was PIP. What did that stand for again, Tally? I can't remember. However, what I can do is to let you know that if you find yourself in these trainings, or that it seems to be that you found yourself moving from job to job with anyone firing you, they're just downsizing, or your department is going bye-bye. That's it. Your personal improvement plan. Yeah, if you find yourself on a personal improvement plan, know that you're being coached out, not up. Now, with this, Steve laid out, I said, listen, I can't control the culture or the society. That's a political question, and something that each of us individually are going to have to take care of on our own. Pipping you right out the door. That's what Tally says. They're pipping you right out the door. Yes, they are. Now, if you find yourself in departments that constantly are being downsized or being removed, or you see yourself in another personal improvement program, perhaps you should now see or ask the question that maybe it is you, and everywhere that you go seems to be disappearing. The common denominator is you. Now, when I got involved in self-development, one of the questions that self-development makes you ask and answer is, are you the problem? Am I the problem? And it starts that they lay out examples of how you might be the common denominator of all your problems. And if you answer yes to some or all of these questions, you got a lot of work to do. And discovering this for the very first time in adulthood will be a shock. And in that moment, you have a decision to make of the path that you are now going to take, now that you've been exposed to your shortcomings. Do you A, cover up your eyes and ears and look for a path that will allow you to never face that answer again, that harsh, cold reality? Or do you finally decide to buck up, cowboy up, and start correcting a up till now wasted development? For myself, I saw a lot of work to do, and it's a blast. And here's the best part. If you choose to accept that evidence, then every day that you get to work on it is better than the day before, especially if you have the right tools and the right guidance. Now, if you don't, if you're just reading some self-help books and you're trying to apply everything you've just learned into your life, you have no guidance, you have no accountability, then that fight can seem fruitless. It can seem frustrating. You will eventually have to play a mind game with yourself of whether or not you're going to continue to your development or you're just going to drop out of the program altogether. And what usually happens is you get results either limited or not up to your satisfaction, or what you feel is not related to the amount of effort that you have put in. You end up getting frustrated. Because you're frustrated, you get tired of this process and the efforts that you're putting in. And then you rationalize your way out, which is, well, how is life worth living if I can't eat the things that I want to eat, if I can't enjoy my day, if working out is constantly an effort where I'm getting little results, where I'm trying to develop myself so I can hit the dating market and that's not working out. If your return of your investment isn't to your satisfaction, then you're just going to drop out of this, of your own development. Because if you wait until you're an adult, it's going to be incredibly difficult. Now, for myself, I found other people who were as much in the self-development as I was, and we challenged each other on weekly basis of certain commitments that we knew would be beneficial to us. And immediately, if you have that and you have people who are able to hold your feet to the fire, point out the things in life and help you point out and observe your wins, well, then it becomes fun. I went to bed frustrated, angry, and upset with myself and the world around me, which caused me to not want to wake up, which only caused me to want to party all the time. Why bother getting on a schedule or waking up when it's just another crap day? Now, if that's your reality, you can imagine how long that path rolls out for you, and the amount of time given to an attitude like that is not going to yield any results, and it only reinforces more of that behavior. Now, I chose the other path. I chose the path of working on those shortcomings, developing myself, finding other people who are just as much into self-development as I was, and each day became more fun than the last. The more I learned, the better I got, the more fun I had, which put me in a place from being somebody who avoided sleep, who avoided waking up, and who try to avoid every day, to somebody who is now ultra engaged in life, on a matter of waking up early, going to bed early, planning out my day, looking for the opportunities in which I was going to grow, having an opportunity to celebrate. So I really enjoyed Steve's book. Check out that episode of the podcast that dropped today. He gives practical advice in the book and on the show of what you can do to start your personal improvement program. No one else's personal program that they're going to put you in, but that's the deal. And as I look around at all the young folks who seem to be upset with our society and the way it is structured, when I talk to those young guys, I see that the society that they live in, at least the one that they've constructed for themselves through their own experiences, are rather toxic. They're not realities or perspectives that have utility and allow you to extract the most out of every day. Now, for myself, 46 years old, that is something that I look to do. I want to extract the most out of every day. And it's a battle and an effort to be engaged, which each and every day, and scheduling out so that you are getting a good return on your investment. So that's on you guys. Now, if you are interested in what I had to say and you are looking for challenges in your life to get better, you are looking for accountability, you are looking for a community that you can be involved in, then all you have to do is shoot me a message in an Instagram or Twitter, the word X-Factor, and you can come join us in our year-long X-Factor program, which is a year of work here at AOC with us virtually every week, where we hold you accountable to your development. It is super rad in developing the right mindsets and the right skills so that you can unchain your full potential and go ham on this world. All right, Tally says, the kids in the basement lash out due to fear and haven't been taught to emotionally regulate. Yes to all of that. And can I even say that anymore? Yes to all of that. You know why kids hide out in the basement? Because that's where the parents are not. You know, my parents bought a trailer that we were supposed to. My dad had bought us a trailer that we were supposed to see America in. This camping trailer was something that we were going to use on a weekend basis to explore America and go camping and have fun family adventures. That trailer got parked in our driveway and it had never left. And I turned that trailer into my own personal clubhouse. And through every summer while I was in high school, my stepmom and I did not get along. So I had basically turned the trailer into my own apartment. And I never came in the house except to get food. And my dad, because he didn't want me interfering with his new family and new relationship, basically approved of this situation and said, yeah, you could make the trailer in your apartment. And he would make sure that there was food from dinner in the fridge for me every night so that I could, come in the house, take a shower, have some dinner, and then go back out to the trailer. I was like, from 16 to 18, that was basically how I lived. It was hilarious. Esteban says, I'm hoping to stationary school in the fall. What is that? Stationary. That why I'm not going to leave Pennington anytime soon. Only got a year left on my contract. Well, right on, buddy. And congratulations on that school. And hello to you, your Think Beauty. It's good to have you here. All right, so we'll go through some comments. Guys, if you enjoy what I have to say and you want to unchain and unlock your X Factor and develop the innate skills and mindsets that are within you over the next year, just text me X Factor and I will send you our online training free and you can check it out. Go Gomez, welcome. And Strongman Dan, welcome. Tally, it is hot in Vegas, but I got to get out of Los Angeles and I'm looking forward to that change. Hopefully in a few weeks. We're getting closer to it. Let's see. All right. Well, guys, I'm going to head out. That's all I got for you. Um, yes, well, thank you too. You think beauty. I will be back tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. If you guys have questions or topics you would like me to discuss, please shoot me a message. If you're interested in the X-Factor program, that's a year-long mentorship program with AJ and I, shoot me the word X-Factor, and I will make sure you get that free video training, and you can check it out. Animal is excited. Thank you for reminding me that he needed to come on the show, Tally. And guys, I'm going to head out, but I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you, and have a wonderful Monday. Oh, and please check out the Steve Herz episode. It is rad. All right, guys, have a wonderful week.